So once you go into the Math Canvas page, over here on the side, you will see where it says grades. If you click on where it says grades, it'll take you right here to all the things that are being graded. So if right here, it'll tell you what their score is. If it's not as high as you would like it to be, then you can click on this and it will take you to the test. Mine won't look the same because I'm not logged in as an actual student. This is a test student, but so it will take me here to where my test, because I did a test one. And you can look at the questions that your student got wrong. And what I always tell them is to write down the answers that they got correct. So like on this one, I got number 1 incorrect. So I would write down that I wrote D as incorrect, but I would put an X next to it so that I don't choose that answer again because I already know that that's incorrect. Number 2 doesn't have one of those red flags, so that means that I got it correct. So I would come down here and I would write down what I wrote on that. So I would have them write down on a piece of paper all of the answers that they did and put an X next to the ones that they did incorrect so that they can go ahead and still get the ones that they got correct again, and then hopefully fix the ones that were not correct. You should at the top of this also see where they can retake the test, so that you should be able to find that as well in here. Again, mine doesn't show that because mine isn't an actual student, but I have walked the kiddos through this. And if you want to go back over here, so you can see here, my 2-3 is missing because I haven't taken that quiz yet. And you can see when it was due. This is the next one. It's due by tomorrow night. They started working on that today and they're going to finish it up tomorrow. And this one they started working on Tuesday and I wanted it finished. Or no, they started working on it on Monday and I wanted it finished on Tuesday. So again, you can click on it. You'll be able to go to it. Now, I can't make it go. Normally, they would have a little area here where you can scroll down and it'll say take quiz or retake quiz. I can't do that because I have no submission. So I'm not able to do that from mine. The other way that you could do this is if you go to the home page, you can see over here are the to-dos. These are the ones that have already been or that need to be done. Also over here, there should be a place where it says feedback. So if I have given any feedback on any of their quizzes, if they click on that, it'll show up. I didn't give feedback on this one. So here's where you can find study guides if you need them. You can also get to the ones here if you go to enter here. So 2-3 was one of the ones that we took a quiz on. So this will take you into the actual 2-3. And if you want to review it, if they want to review it before they take their quiz, they can click through here. They can watch this solve and share video and see how she explains the solve and share. They can skip through the try this because there's not really anything there. This is another good resource if they are doing a reteach on it or they're doing their second attempt, to watch this reteach video or this video because she usually goes over some good stuff. And you can see here she provides graph paper that you can print off. If you click on that, it will make a copy and you can do that. So then you can come over here, click through the Convince Me. So this is what it'll look like if they can take the quiz. Then click to the next one. And here it is. They can take the quiz and they just press this button. Now, if it is not a lesson that we did this week. So like 1-5, we didn't do 1-5 this week. We didn't do 1-5 last week either. So if I go down here, I can see this was week 3, this was week 2. That week 2 is where 1-5 is. So if you click on that, week 2, right here, you can see lesson 1-5. And again, you can do the same thing. You can click through. She can watch the solve and share. Again, that goes over what this solve and share is. You can skip over the try this again. She could try it if she wants to. She could listen to that video as well. Again, as part of a reteach, I would go ahead and listen to this video, watch that video. You can skip the convince me. And then when we get to the 1-5 practice, so here it says take the quiz again. So this means I took my first attempt here and it shows 16 minutes. It took me 16 minutes to do this attempt. So you can check how long your kiddo is working on their attempts as well. And then you can look down here, and the same as I showed you when we went into grades, they can review what their answers were and they can write it down so that they don't mark the same ones wrong and so that they don't write the same thing incorrect. If I had made a comment or given feedback, it will be right underneath the question here. So those are the ways that you can check your students' Canvas quizzes to see how they're doing, or if they need to do some review. It's also a good way for you to review any of the concepts that they have been going over. And you can always do that with any of the lessons, even the ones that I didn't take a grade on, by clicking on here on any of these. And then also they can go back to the different weeks and review all the things we have. So this week right here, this is where we started topic 2, which is what we're about to take our quiz on. So reviewing the week 4 lessons and reviewing this week's lessons will help prepare them for the test that we have coming up next week, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to do. Now, if you want to do science, oh, it won't let me do it on this. So I have to leave my student view and go in as me. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my student view here. So science, you can do the same thing. You can come over here and you can look. Most of the time, these exit tickets, the kiddos that are in class are not completing those. This is for my homebound student. But if we do a quiz in Canvas, this is where you can find that. The main thing you're going to want to use your science Canvas for, because we won't take a whole lot of quizzes in Canvas. The main thing you want to use your science Canvas for is your study guides. And then also it has some lessons. They're a little bit different than the ones we did in class, but they do have some really good videos. And again, you can come back here. All of these are different videos that review the 3 types of heat. So again, all of these lessons would not be a bad thing to go back over. Some of them I repeated, I believe. So here you've got lessons 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and 1, 8. And then I believe it goes to this, if week 2, I believe might have some of those same ones. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 4, and there's 1, 8 again, and here's 1, 10. So some of them are repeats just because they were lessons that I wasn't sure that my homebound student had done. This is usually up for my quarantined or my homebound students. So hopefully that helps you to be able to navigate your Canvas pages and know where you can go to review things for your kiddo. Again, science is mainly going to be just for the review and if you want a copy of the study guide. Math, I'm locked out again. Math, when we do a quiz, an informal, that's going to be on here. And again, you can review the grades here, and you can also go down here and review all those things. So hopefully this will help you, and let me know if you have any questions.